Hey guys, I have a Discord server. You guys should totally join our community. I'm also really active on Twitch as well as social media like Instagram, Twitter, all that stuff. If you guys want to follow me and stay up to date with everything, check out all the links in the description down below. And I guess enjoy the video.
Hey, what's up guys, it's Tuber here and welcome back to a brand new video, and today we're doing the top 10 best gloves in CSGO. So a lot of these gloves are going to be a lot more expensive, they're not going to be super cheap and affordable, but I just wanted to do a list with the top 10 best gloves in CSGO. Let me know if you want another video where I go over like cheap gloves or like the best budget gloves for like under $150 or $200 or whatever, because you know this video is basically just the best gloves of all time. I might do a more economic, a more budget friendly version. Just let me know if you want that. Anyways, let's get right into the list. So these are the top 10 best gloves in CSGO. Just for simplicity, all the gloves I'll be showing are minimal wear, and I think minimal wear is probably the best condition because it looks clean, but it's not as much as factory new, because factory new gloves are very pricey. Yeah, so all the gloves are minimal wear. So the first set of gloves is the Hand Wraps Slaughter, and these are super duper nice. The reason why I like these is just because they're nice and simple. It's essentially a slaughter knife, but in the form of gloves. Like he basically just took a towel, wrapped it around his hands, and there you go. There's a bunch. It looks bloody, it looks nasty, looks like he got into a fist fight, but it's all good because it's a pretty nice pair of gloves. Next up is the Driver's Gloves Crimson Weaves, and these were actually the first gloves that I ever owned on CSGO. The main reason why I like them is just because they're red, and if you have a red themed inventory, these are absolutely perfect for you. But yeah, they have a cool little checkerboard design on the back. There's a little bit of brown, but overall these look, in minimal wear, these look incredibly clean, and they're some of my favorite gloves in the game. By the way, don't keep in mind the 1800 keys is for factory new. For minimal wear, it's like 200 keys or something. It's a lot more affordable. Next up is the Sports Gloves Superconductors, and I could have put these higher up on the list, but these are insanely awesome skins. Like honestly, there's a lot of really nice sports gloves in the game, but the Superconductors are great, especially if you have a blue themed inventory. I don't know, just the look of them. There's like a little like hexagonal pattern or whatever. There's a cool little pattern like on the front of the gloves, and then on the back there's the, you know, there's blue, there's a little bit of gray. Pretty sick. Next up is the Sports Gloves Omega, and these are actually a little bit different. They have a little bit of a different design compared to the previous ones, and these are also yellow. So if you have any yellow themed skins, like if you have like a lore or a dragon lore, or even like a tiger tooth knife, this thing would look really cool. But yeah, it's just something a little bit different. You know, just some yellow gloves to go with any skin you want. Next up are the Hand Wraps Cobalt Skulls, and these are literally blue. These are the bluest gloves in the game, and honestly, if you have like a blue themed inventory or any sort of blue skins, like a blue knife or a blue gun or whatever, like an Opson and Leo or like a Karambit Sapphire, these would look super duper cool. Honestly, they're actually really nice looking. Like these are actually some of my favorite gloves in the game. Like even though these aren't super high tier, I think they look really awesome, especially in minimal wear. Next up, we have the Specialist Gloves Crimson Kimono. So yeah, the last gloves were basically blue. These ones are red. So if you have a red themed inventory, these are probably your best bet. But yeah, they look super duper cool. They're just red with some accents of like, I guess gray, blackish. I don't even know. Yeah, these gloves actually look pretty sick. I really like them. Now we got the Specialist Gloves Emerald Webs. These are actually very similar to the last ones, except these ones are green, and they actually have a little bit of a web design on them. But if you have like any emeralds or any gamma dopplers, these would definitely go great with it. Like any sort of green themed CSGO inventory. And honestly, I think the webs make it look way better. Like if it didn't have the webs, it would just seem kind of like weird. It would just seem like out of place. But I think the webs really tie it all together, and just the fact that it's all green and stuff, it's great. Next up are the Specialist Gloves Fades, and you might have noticed I use Specialist Gloves a lot. Well, you know why? Because I like them. They're actually really nice. But the cool thing about the Specialist Gloves Fades is they're not like super gimmicky. They're essentially just blue for the most part, and then there's like little accents of like the fade pattern. So like the whole thing's like not completely faded. You just have like small parts of it that have the fade pattern. And I feel like that actually makes it look better. Next up is the Sports Gloves Vices, and when these came out, they were actually some of my favorite gloves in the game. Like these things are super duper sick. They're basically just like neon colors. They're pink. They're actually a lot like the Superconductors, but with pink on them. But yeah, they're like light blue and pink, and like those two colors just look super cool together. And then there's a little bit of camo on like the front side. I mean, honestly, these gloves are actually really sick, and they look really nice with like any sort of fade knife. So if you have like a Karambit fade, a pair of Vice gloves would definitely go well with it. And finally is the sports gloves Pandora's boxes. These are the best gloves in CSGO in my opinion. And the reason why is because they're, even in minimal wear, they look scratchless. Like plus are also purple, and then of course on the fingers you have like those little monster things. Like, but these gloves are purple, so they go well with almost anything. They go well with like red, they go well with blue. Like across the board, I think these are the best looking knives with like any sort of inventory. However, they also are the most expensive at like $1,700 on CS Money. Well, for minimal wear. If you get field tested, it's a little bit cheaper. It's like $500-600. But honestly, if you want these things to look good, you got to get them in minimal wear. Like they just look way cleaner. And then the biggest problem with the Vice gloves is they don't really look that clean. Like they're all scratched up. They're all like damaged. At least the Pandora's box gloves, if you get them in minimal wear, they pretty much look exactly the same as factory new. Like they're flawless. Like there's no flaws on them basically. So yeah, the Pandora's boxes are probably the best gloves in CSGO in my opinion. Obviously, this was all my opinion. So if you disagree, let me know in the comments down below. Like what gloves would you choose instead of the ones that I picked? Because honestly, like these lists do go down to personal preference. Like I basically pick my top 10 favorite gloves and hope that you guys agree. Or hopefully you guys at least agreed with some of my choices. Anyways, guys, if you enjoyed the video, like, comment, share, subscribe, and make sure you leave a comment letting me know like your thoughts on this list. Do you guys agree with my list? Do you guys disagree? What gloves would you choose instead? I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments down below because I do read all the comments. Anyways, guys, if you watched the video all the way until the end, leave a comment saying hashtag I love CSGO gloves, and I'll do my best to try to give you guys a heart. Anyways, guys, hopefully you have a fantastic rest of your day. It's Turbo, and I'm out. Peace.